Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. And The first thing when I woke up, I came out, I was sitting outside early morning doing my pre-market prep, and all I hear is I'll be coming out the door. I told you buy Merck. I told you buy Merck. I did not buy it. I did not look into the news. That's not the stock I follow. But damn, he was right. He gave you guys heads up yesterday. A few hours before the market closed, he got those calls, and I'll go over them. But let's start with SPY as usual. Here, now you guys need to understand one thing. We do have some news for October 18th. A few things related to S&P news that I have. Biden, he signed the bill. So funds, to fund the federal operations through December 3rd. But on the other side, we do have the debt ceiling, where the Congress, if they raise or if they suspend the debt ceiling on October 18th. So until October 18th, there's a negativity in the clouds, which is it's like a panic, right? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with that, how exactly it's going to play out. People, personally, I'll be bullish on it because I don't think they're going to shut down the government and all this. Because if they do, first of all, there's COVID. There's just too much to handle, so something must be figured out, in my opinion. However, if something like does that happen, then obviously there may be a limit down in the markets. It's just one of the possibilities. And once we're through October 18th, then next we have the December 3rd panic now that the operations are funded until December 3rd, right? So how exactly is this going to play out? And this is something that most of you guys should be happy about being in this market, because what you're learning here, it only happens once in decades. This is not something that occurs over and over. So if you're young, if you're under 30, this is just something that you're going to add on to your experience that you'll be able to play through the markets. The only thing I will say here is manage your size. Know how much you're buying. If you have $10,000 in cash, don't be in positions with 5K in cash and only have 5K cash. I mean, it's fine, but that's dangerous. Trust me, if the market just dumps tomorrow and everything just goes down and you're in options, you might be right long term, but if your options are expiring in the coming weeks, they're gonna go to zero. Okay? So in this market, play small. Small plays can be big wins, that's fine, or small wins. Just stay alive in this market, and if you can stay alive in this market, you will be doing a lot better than a lot of hedge funds out there. Trust me, you will outperform the biggest hedge funds just by staying alive in this market. I'm telling you guys right now. Okay, time will come when we will be in a certain direction and you'll make all the money in the markets. Here, SPY now, we are opening green pre-market, but I'm not too excited because I personally I've never been this confident in my life, but I already know what's coming for SPY, what exactly is going to happen, right? But all I can tell you guys is 431, even if we get a bounce towards 436, don't get too excited, because on Monday they can flush this thing down, or maybe today they flush it, Monday they take it up. They'll do this choppiness, whatever happens. But expect this zone right here. This must hold zone is between 415 and 425. It's a 10-point range. Expect this in SPY. I think it's happening maybe in October, maybe in November, maybe in December, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Or maybe it happens today or tomorrow or Monday, I don't know. But expect this downside more than expecting the upside. If we get upside, great, we'll play to the upside when it happens. But it's not there. So far, with the news or the panic in the markets, just keep your options open. That's all I'm gonna say, right? We do have a gap fill all the way towards right here, 442, 441. If SPY does get to 441, 442, I might even take some puts for something like this might happen, right? I don't know. Let's see. Or just the daily scalps that happen. But overall, these are the levels on SPY. Take a screenshot if you want that I have drawn on the macro level, and 415, 425 between there is a must hold zone. Underneath, then it's gonna get ugly for a little while, I think. Okay. Tech, I won't spend too much time. It's the similar thing. I mean, if you guys can make out, right? So we broke this zone. We're right here, and the next is right here, 351, 353, right? So let's hope in the coming days or weeks that we hold this zone. We might get the temporary bounces for the 1 week, 2 weeks in this zone, but do expect 351 on Nasdaq as well on triple Qs if we don't break out higher. Okay. Well, on the bigger picture, 380, 250 is must. When does that come? I don't know. In 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years? I have no idea. Okay. But 380, 250 is what we need in order to be fully confirmed and go much higher on tech. Or it also could be a double top when it happens. Who knows? So let's wait and watch. And financials yesterday, our BSC puts played out, man. I mean, they played out great. They went up a lot. I took my 25% profits in this market. I'm happy with that. No worries. So clearly 38, 60, and 39 hold is not happening. So why go long financials, right? Why go long financials? It makes no zero sense. So maybe let it come down to 36, 50, 37. Let's see how it holds here, and then when it takes back above 37 again, we'll look into financials again. But for now, it's just in this chop zone. It will be very hard to play, right? Very hard to predict the moves. And the energy names, I like energy names, right? I've been doing some historical researches. This is something that can run based on certain things. So I'll remove my drawings. Energy, anything above 52, 53, above these levels. For now, let's just wait for today or until Monday. This is gonna set up into next week. I might even go long XLE based on certain things. Okay, I'll just probably go long on the index instead of searching for individual names. Okay, and now we have Merck, MRK. So you guys have the January 21 $80 calls at $1.75. Okay, those calls, if Merck opens up $6, so I'll just so those that bought it, congrats, huge play, right? So you guys have the Jan 21 $80 calls, 80 calls at $1.76 LP. $1.76, right, from Merck.
Yeah.
If it's up $6, right, based on my calculation, this is gonna open up around $6. So they will be up more than 200% right at the open, okay? And now with this news, the market maker might even add a lot of premium to these calls. These calls can see as high as 10, 15, even 20, based on the implied volatility if he increases it, right? They're just gonna be a huge jump. Now, that's just call, but they should open up around 6. It's up to you to manage now what happens. They can easily flush it with some negative news right after the open, or they can take this much higher, who knows, okay? So that's that, and now let's look at the technicals on it quickly. On the daily level, it has been basing for the last 1 year, since 2019, okay? And if we do take out on the daily basis, let's see. Right now it's gonna open up above 80 bucks. Right, if we hold above a 79 today, or if you get a quick flush in the morning at 79, right, and then we take out the highs again of 81, 82, expect this name to hit 83 today, and even as high as where? 88. Okay, this can happen in a 1-day move. If we get the dip towards 79, and then they take out $80 gain, 81 again, like the highs, we can see all this go towards 84, and a little small here, and then all the way towards 88. This can happen all today on a Friday, okay? And so just keep this in mind. That's on the daily. Based on the weekly, or they can maybe even flush this down, just manage your profits. If you're long, I mean, it's worth a bet if it works out, I think, because Moderna, you guys seen what happened with that. Let's draw this little line here, resistance line. Sure. Right here. So it's gonna be opening up way above this, right? This descending triangle, and now the only resistance it technically has is 83. So if this holds 83, so if Merck today holds 83, expect all-time highs test, which is 88, and anything above 88, this will probably go to 100 so fast, right? So if you're in those calls that LB called, and you bought more than 1 or 10 or 20, however, depending on your account, I would personally scale out slowly, because these have a huge potential if the levels hold. Now the rest is your account, you manage how you want to manage, okay? So that's Merck, because the news is huge, right? They're basically seeking their an emergency authorization for the oral antiviral treatment for COVID. Their clinical trials were good, and it reduces death by 50% for patients with mild and moderate COVID. Okay, so and you can look more into it. Now on the other side, Pfizer is also working on their own oral treatment. So keep an eye on Pfizer if they maybe tomorrow or next week or the week after they start announcing something. Okay, so just keep an eye on these names. Vaccine names can definitely make a move here. Okay. And apart from that, we have what else? Tilray. Guys, the POS stocks, right? Just keep an eye on the POS stock. The bill was passed yesterday, but again, not until certain levels are achieved, nothing stands true, right? Because for us, the price matters more than news, because that's what makes us money. If we take above 14, just know this: 14 hold on Tilray, we likely see 16, and through 16, 20. It'll be a fast move. We bought the leaps about 1 year out, right? The $15 leaps, and so let's see how they play out. On the daily, yesterday it closed. There was a small pop, right? I mean, once the news came out, but it's still trading near lows, right? So it wasn't. So the market wasn't as impressed. So we do need through 12, and then once it's through this level of 14, right? Once it's through this level of 14, so once it's through this right here, this zone, once it's through this zone, we likely see much higher on trailer, and we can see this first zone right here. So just keep an eye on these names. Long, 16, and then we have all the way towards this zone 19 to 20. Okay, once it's through 14, I got a little early entry based on these news, so let's see if we can make a move. If we fail to hold $11, if we fail to hold 11, they might even take this down all the way right here, which is $9. Right, they might even take this all the way here, $9. Okay, so let's see how the news will impact this, and at 9, then they might flush everyone out and then probably take a nice little thing. Exactly what happened back here. It kept holding the base for so long. It was holding the base for so long here, right? They broke it down, they flushed everyone out, and then boom, a nice huge rip in the following months. Okay, so just keep an eye on Tilray as a pot name, and then MSTR BTC is ripping. We do have some spreads, which if today MSTR rips and takes a 650, those will be in huge profits. We have till December on them. MSTR, keep an eye on, guys, until above 612, and if it holds 650, if MSTR holds 650, if MSTR holds 650, this can see a huge move. Keep an eye on this. Riot, I think another great name, is holding support here. Above 34.72 is the level I believe that I've drawn, but this is a long away from it. It's $10 down right now. But for now, it's if it's above 29 hold, above 29 hold, we get to 34.72, and then above 34.72, we see how BTC performs. This goes much higher. All right, Mara should be a similar chart, similar action. This also pre-market is trading up high for this 37.50ish. Yeah. So 37.50ish is a must hold for MARA. This can see a nice little pop. And then we have a Canadian ticker, Annie, which is also up nice pre-market for this. Above 7 is a must hold. If it can hold 7 for 1-2 days, it can see a huge move. I bought equity in this name, right? And above 7, this can definitely see a huge move. Okay, look into Sphere 3 years and what they've done in the last 1 month. Who knows how high this goes, right? It reminds me of MSTR in a different way when MSTR was trading low. Okay. And with this, guys, we do have premium Discord today. If you have any friends that want to join in, let's see if we can help them with some free plays today. We'll end it with this. Manage your account, and we'll see you in the chat. And Danish, I'll cover your snow in the chat. Thank you, and have a great day.